Everyone and their mother is getting hyped for this one. College football imperialism is here for the first time with a brand new map and my top 25 schools going at it, where every game is win or go home. For each matchup, we will start off with a wheel spin for the home team and then spin a directional arrow for the team they'll be going up against. From there, they will go head to head, fighting to take over each other's land. In our first matchup, the Aggies got off to an early start and it seemed like the win was all theirs until Virginia Tech slowly creeps back into it. The Hokies then gave themselves a shot after stopping Texas A&M. Their very first pass play on the ensuing possession, they picked up a massive chunk of yards on a great catch and run. This was then followed up by a touchdown to take their first lead of the game. All right, boys, what a freaking start. Wasn't expecting all this in our first ever game, but Texas A&M needs to drive down and score a touchdown to win, or it's over for them. Down to 2 timeouts. A quick throw again is a first. They got a little over 60 yards to go. They pick up 10 more. They're near midfield. Can the Hokies superstar quarterback continue to lead them? That is their last timeout. We got to keep that in mind. The stadium pulse is going wild, near maxed out, but Texas A&M have been looking so good this drive. They go downfield, a great defensive play. That could have been it, but instead a 3rd down and 4. Turned into a 4th and 4 with another great defensive play. This could be it for the Aggies. A 1st down, or they're all but done for, and they're gonna keep this game alive. Oh, this is crazy. The clock is ticking down. We might only be left with one more play here. From under center, they spike it. Okay, one final play. This is such a good start to our first ever college football imperialism. Boys, if you're excited for this, drop a like right now. We're gonna be doing a whole bunch more. 5 wide for Texas A&M. No time on the clock. All day to throw, and it's gonna be a sack. It's game over. Virginia Tech with a bit of an upset here, and they will be taking over Texas A&M's land. Somebody here is a little bit excited. What an amazing game. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel to get our second matchup. The home team will be the Oregon Ducks. They will be going north, which I'm gonna say that is Penn State. This should be a good one. The number 4 team is gonna be taking on the number 7 team in the country. And just like that, this game is underway. Penn State is winning by 7 after the first quarter. A lot of scoring going on, boys. We might have another one here where we resume somewhere in the 4th quarter. Okay, yeah, perfect. We're gonna stop right here. A minute 41. It is a 4-point game. The Ducks should be able to make this field goal to make it a touchdown lead. And after a terrible kick return, they're gonna be starting at the 15. We need a whole bunch of yards here from the Nittany Lions, and they're gonna go one play. 85 yards to the house. What an imperialism already. This is only our 2nd game. Penn State's deciding just to kick the extra point and tying it up. I'm not saying I disagree with that, but now the ball is back in the Ducks' hands. A quick one, back to back. Whoa, what is going on? This is crazy. I'm sorry. Not meaning for these games to last as long as they are. Getting the home team definitely plays a factor. Oh, how was that not intercepted? I tell you what, they're so fortunate. I feel like they got away with a big one right there. And we got another heave. It's a bomb. What a catch! Highlight reel yet again. You can't make this up. I don't know what's going on, but boy, am I entertained right now.
Are you not entertained?
Fast forwarding here to a 3rd down for the Ducks, and they decided to run. Penn State's not calling a timeout either. It's 4th down. Wow. And why did they decide to punt it? The craziest thing would be if they scored a touchdown here. Okay, that was just the worst sequence of events I may have ever feasted my eyes upon. We have a little bit of college football overtime for you, though. Here we go. Penn State's defense was great the past 2 plays. And it's going to be good again. 4th down is here. This is not a gimme field goal. Oregon did nothing but went backwards. They did hit for 3, though. A touchdown for these Nittany Lions will do it. The run stuffed. This is so big for Oregon. What a catch in traffic. Just 6 yards away now. That might be a touchdown. We're now down at the 1 with 4 plays to get in. We're going backwards, though. Can Oregon's defense pull off a miracle? No, they can't. Another upset. And Penn State will knock off the number 4 team in the country and take over all of their land. This right here was a game to remember. That's what imperialism is all about. Down to 23 teams now. The home field advantage will go to Alabama, and their arrow will point Southeast.
I thought you said West.
That will most definitely be the Miami Hurricanes. I don't know. What do you boys think? Is there any chance for our third upset in a row? And this game is officially underway. First quarter's over, into the second now, where Alabama takes their lead. This is very low scoring. This could go either way, people. Miami kinda needs to score here, and they did. Oh my goodness, this is kind of insane. Guys, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. We have a 7-point game, and Miami has the football late in the fourth quarter. There's been a little bit more scoring here late in the game. A screen pass, perfect time to draw it up. Another first down and more. 4-down territory, and that's a sack, a big one at that. Well, this is pretty huge. The only thing that gets bigger is a 4th down call after this, but they don't need it. There is no need for the Hurricanes to call a timeout right now. That could have been picked. I'm just saying it right now. The middle of the field looks pretty open. They go outside, though, swatted again, and it's 4th down. Will we finally see a defensive play here in this Imperialism? No, we won't. The chains are moving. The Crimson Tide need a turnover, and they finally get it. Alabama just holds on and eliminates the Miami Hurricanes. Here's a quick look at the map after the first couple games. Still a lot of teams left. Our next team will be Wisconsin. They will be heading south, meaning they got the Kansas Jayhawks. Here's a quick look at this matchup, and we got a night game for you. Wisconsin taking the field at home, and Kansas does not seem too welcome. Kansas's defense was off to a pretty hot start as they took an early 3-0 lead, but wait a second now. 7-point game. Okay, Kansas looking pretty good, and we might have a pull-away victory. Our first easy W for one of these teams. Kansas on the road beats Wisconsin 33-16, and a 17-point victory gains them all of the Badgers' land here on the map. The next home team, Oklahoma. Who will have a team headed from the southeast? I'm gonna say that's gotta be Georgia. Man, this is a huge overall discrepancy. But I tell you what, if you wanna knock off the #1 team, you're gonna wanna be able to have a shot to do it here at home. Oklahoma's defense started it off hot with a quick 3-and-out. But they're set up with a 3rd down right now where they gave Georgia the ball right back. Despite all this, Oklahoma went up 10-0 to start the game here. And Oklahoma has 20 points. They're up by 13. Make that 21. First college's best team, but hold that just 1 second. The Bulldogs have climbed back into it, and they're going to have a chance to take the lead the first time this game. But that is a huge punt that's going to go so far. Now 93 yards needed for the Bulldogs, but that's a good start. I just seen Carson Beck has 3 interceptions this game, a big reason on why his team's down right now. But maybe not for long. Georgia just might be on cruise control. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of pulling for the Sooners here. A big upset would just be kind of wild to see. This is just something you wouldn't expect in an Imperialism. I gotta stand for this one. Here we go. Is this it? No! Touchdown! Possible tie game. Or the Bulldogs could take the lead, going for 2. Nope, they're going to play it safe and kick the extra point. We have our second overtime already. What is this guy doing? A wide receiver in motion. It's just a distraction, though. A perfect play call. Georgia scores. Here we go. Got to answer with a touchdown. Oh, boy. And he is panicking. Going to do it himself. Hey, yo. 3rd and 14, and he got it. This is not happening. Another crack at it here. What a catch. Time to start overtime #2 now. Oklahoma this time starting with the ball. Here it is. Go ahead. Put it in. They had a couple guys there. Keep in mind, from here on out, you have to go for 2. And Oklahoma gets it. Uh-oh, Georgia. Can they get downfield just as easily as they have? Maybe not. These negative plays haven't stopped Georgia, though, all game. It's not going to stop them here either. Now on 3rd and goal. Nope. See, nobody can stop anyone. Will we see a triple overtime? No, we will not. Oklahoma with the interception. Oh my gosh, a double overtime thriller, 43-41. And college football's best team has been knocked out without getting a single victory themselves. If that game doesn't prove that no team is safe, then I don't know what will. Our home team, Kansas again. The opponent will be south. It's a little more southwest, so Virginia Tech, 2 teams that have already played. Virginia Tech did not hold back as the away team here in this matchup. They didn't care if they were coming into another one as an underdog. Wow. This was kind of unbelievable on what Virginia Tech just did right there. What an easy victory. Okay, look at this. Virginia Tech now the team with a clear lead here. They have more land than any of these other schools. And with 19 teams left, we're going to get Arizona, who can go anywhere but south. They're going to go west. That will be Alabama. Let's find out if another powerhouse will go down. The first score of the game will quickly go to Arizona, but Alabama gets one right back to tie it up and now take a 10-point lead. Okay, a whole lot of scoring's going on right now. This is another one that might come down to the end. A couple different lead changes here. I've counted 4 already. Oh man, Arizona needs to score a touchdown. They do, and now they need a stop. A first down here will all but do it. This pitch outside's gonna get stuck. Here we go again, guys. The action just does not stop. On third down, we got a big play. This crowd is dead quiet. Oh my goodness. Hear me out though. There isn't a single timeout left for Arizona. And that sack might have just done it. We might have a Hail Mary throw and that's about it. To be honest, they might not even have time to do that. Yeah, look at how this clock is just draining down and nobody's paying attention to it. Yeah, that's it. That's game. And that Alabama red will take over the southwest spot of the map. There's a lot of red and orange going on around here. Our next school, LSU. They're smack dead in the middle of the map, so they can take on just about anybody here. That'll be Utah. The number 12 team versus the number 13 team. It doesn't get much more even than this. I'm not sure if I asked or not, but make sure you go down below and let me know which of these teams that you're rooting for here at the end. We're here past halftime. Things are tight. Looking pretty good for LSU. Only 2 points separate in both of these teams, and Utah just took over with a 1-point lead. Are you kidding? How has nearly every single one of these games went like this? We're gonna move forward play by play here and see how things go down. The Tigers are absolutely in a sweet spot. I question whether or not they want to get in here. It's another run. Nowhere to go but backwards. If I were them, I would kneel this ball and kick a game-winning field goal. Can the Tigers kicker put one through from extra point range? He does. It's game. LSU will be moving on. We have a little bit more purple in the middle of this map. Now down to 17 teams. Ohio State will hit the field for their first time. And look at this. Technically, the only team that they can play is Virginia Tech. I tell you one thing, though. I'm not going to count these guys out. Let's watch this go down live. Virginia Tech is actually winning going into halftime. But Ohio State quickly scores back, and they're up by 14 points now. The pressure is really on for these Hokies. Wait a second. They have the ball. They have the ball. They have a chance. Wow. Here we go again. A run. It's a first down. Goal line v goal line. Tech stuffed. How strong is this number 2 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes defense? Back turned. It was incomplete though. And Virginia Tech says forget about the running back and forget about getting yards. A 4th and goal now from the 14. Hey, again, at this point, I'm almost expecting a touchdown to happen. But you never know. Oh, that's going to be so short. And that will be game. Virginia Tech's Cinderella story has been ended by number 2, Ohio State. Take a look. The wheel's looking smaller. Let's give it a spin. And we'll be landing on Ohio State back-to-back times. They can go in a multitude of directions. And get that screaming LSU to me. A 90 overall team versus a 93 overall team. Who do you have in this matchup? Just as you thought Ohio State's defense was starting off pretty good, they let up 14 points and gave LSU a pretty decent lead. But hold the phone. Ohio State clapping back. We might have a no contest here. Indeed we do. That'll be a W. Back-to-back games for your Buckeyes. A sea of red is broken open and a new powerhouse has emerged. Our next team? Oh, okay. And the matchup will be coming from the southwest-ish. Okay, doesn't really matter. It's going to be Penn State. There's a big difference in the rankings, but the overalls are the same. Oh, yeah, by the way, you guys got to let me know if you want me to do another one of these, what I should do for perks, potentially. You can't edit players and trade players, so it makes things kind of tough. But if you could think of anything, drop it down in the comments, and maybe I'll use your idea. And if I do, I'll definitely give you guys credit. Will we have a quick matchup, or will we be resuming one in the 4th quarter yet again? Something's telling me we're going to be resuming things here, but NC State needs to score. You know what? Maybe not. Penn State pulled away, and they got themselves another victory. 37-27 your final score. No upset here. A little northern section here for your Nittany Lions. And once again, here's your new map. Let's give this wheel a nice old spin. Down to 14 teams, and we get Oklahoma. Their opponent will be coming from the southeast, which just so happens to be a first-timer, Ole Miss. Here's our next matchup for you. I don't know why I'm feeling an Oklahoma upset here this game, and they are up by 7. got the ball. Now they're up by 14. We're going to be going into halftime within, oh, I thought it was going to be 8-point lead, but it is now up to, gosh, I can't do math this quick. Without a doubt, the biggest blowout I think that we've had in the tournament. That was way too easy. 42-19, and Ole Miss is going to get knocked off. Oklahoma taking their small piece of land here on the map. And we got Michigan next. Which way is the arrow going to be pointing? North. I mean, this is just how the cookie's going to crumble. Ohio State's going to be in a lot of matchups. Number 9, Michigan, your home team. Number 2, Ohio State, away. They're calling this one a rivalry matchup. Let's see if it plays like one. Might not be close. 21-0. Number 9, Michigan is going down right now. Nearly getting doubled up at this point. Can Michigan score? Down by 10 still. It might be too little too late. I believe the Buckeyes should be able to pretty much run this clock out. Okay, wait, never mind. Hold on a second. They're throwing. Oh, and he dropped it. 43 seconds, no timeouts for Michigan. They need a tutty. You've got to be kidding. This game's really going to end like that, isn't it? And the Buckeyes are kneeling it to end the game. Oh, that was tragic. That was so hard to watch. Michigan fans, I am sorry. I don't know what to tell you. And the land gets bigger for the Buckeyes once again. Team number, what I believe to be 13, will be Penn State. They can go anywhere but north. That will be the Sooners. Will the Nittany Lions do it yet again, or will Oklahoma add another victory to their belt? The gates are open, and we're going to be headed straight to the end of the game here. No scoring, but Penn State finally puts on a touchdown at the end of the first quarter. They got a field goal to add on top of that. A 17-0 lead. Could have another wipe here. It seems like a no contest. Easy sailing for the Nittany Lions. No worries whatsoever, and a ton of land going to be taken over. There are now 2 teams that have dominated this map thus far, and there's a chance that they could go up against each other pretty soon. Here it is. For the first time, Colorado hits the field. The arrow will be west. Penn State, obviously. I tell you what, if you're the Buffaloes, I would be scared because you're running into a red-hot team. And once again, the Nittany Lions offense was a powerhouse. We could have one we don't have to worry about again. Hold on. Wait a second here. Oh, it is a good one. Sanders looking to throw. Hits Travis Hunter. And Hunter is gonna score. Oh boy, I know a lot of you guys are rooting for Colorado. You guys are gonna have to sweat this one out because you need a 2-point conversion or this game is good as gone. Out a pistol, running back in the backfield. They hand it to him and they don't get it. He came up inches short. Colorado wasn't able to get a stop and lost their land in their first game. You boys are probably pretty upset. Hey, they put up a fight though. And a new team. Our arrows spin once again. Ohio State. Number 2 versus number 11. Oh, is this hype or what? Can Florida State do what nobody else has had the chance to do yet? And it's to knock off the biggest powerhouse left in the tourney. Okay, let's do it. Ohio State looking good to start, but Florida State hit them back with one. Ohio State quickly thereafter. Into halftime, it's only a 7-point game. Turn that into 14. 2-possession lead is increasing for the Buckeyes. Florida State needs a miracle, and they will not get it. Ohio State remains hot. They cannot be stopped, and the land once again gets bigger. Our next matchup will be Oklahoma State versus either Ohio State or Penn State, and Ohio gets it again. It's crazy that just one victory from a team whose first game is right now can give them the most land on the map. But I will say Ohio State is a team that is truly earning it. We got 14-10 Oklahoma State. I don't believe it right now, people. 17 points make that 10-point lead here. This game might be over. It's over. It's not over. It is over. No actual shot. 24-30. The biggest upset that we have seen this far. Take a look at what Oklahoma is taking over right here. This is absurd. I feel terrible for Ohio State too. I really do. I can't believe out of all teams that beat them though, we're one of the weaker teams. First timer here, Iowa. It's going to be either Bama or Penn State. Looking like Penn State. Yep, can confirm. Imagine if the 2 most dominating teams got knocked off right here, back to back. It could most absolutely happen. We haven't tuned into a game for a while now. Iowa just can't seem to score, which is really an issue. Their defense is holding up pretty good though. They need a stop. They didn't get it. and Penn State just ran away with it, it looks like. Hold on, let's check this out. Oh, wait, yeah, definitely. There's an opportunity for an upset to happen. Iowa can steal this game, 3rd and 19. They get a stop. Their last timeout's used. They're only down by 3, and a touchdown could win them the game. After the punt, I mean, they're maybe 25 yards away from field goal range. We're now under a minute. They spiked it. Interesting call. The first down pretty much stops the clock itself. Hey, they get it there, though. I guess I just got to shut my mouth and just watch. Yeah, you guys probably been saying that since the beginning of this video. I don't know why they're under center. Got to get out of bounds. Don't do it. And a spike again. You got to kick 3. I would also like to mention this kicker got iced. It's up. It's booted. That was so easy. Once again, we have overtime, people. PSU, what are you going to do? Hitting it off with the ball first. Oh. Sorry, this game is just so good. Now I don't got any popcorn, so the chips are gonna have to do bang! Seriously, I cannot contain myself right now. Iowa's defense here in overtime has been looking mighty nice. Oh, was his foot in right there? I thought he caught that completely out of bounds. Play action. Oh, it's a quarterback keeper? I tell you what, the 3rd down conversion rate in this Imperialism has been absurd. Hey, it's going to stop here, though. Penn State's going to have to kick a field goal. With no other option, they're going to have to put 3 on the board. Oh, wait, he missed it? Hey, yo. No way. Penn State fans around the world, y'all are about to be so butthurt after this one. He just missed what was like a 25-yard field goal, maybe? And you only need a field goal now if you're Iowa. I don't know why they're doing anything like this. I won't question anymore. Iowa's just done it. And the 2 top teams that have taken over the most land have just gotten all their land stolen from them. Iowa fills the map with yellow. We are now down to 6 teams. And the one that will be playing up next is Oklahoma State. The arrow's pointing here. That is Texas, who will play their first game. If we're being honest, Texas has been set up to win this tournament. They're the best team left. They're one of the few that haven't played a game yet. But I don't know if it's gonna be that easy, because Oklahoma State is just relentless versus these top tier schools. Remember who they already knocked out, and they're now up by a decent amount here, 2 touchdowns, and the lead keeps increasing. Oklahoma State, they knocked off another top tier school, and they are proving their worth here, showing why they deserve all this land that they got. Congratulations to you if your team is still in this thing, but one more is gonna have to get eliminated. Unless if this is Northwest, we're going to have a matchup of Oklahoma State again. A quick look at this matchup. Here we go. It might be 17 versus 18, but it's a 90 overall team versus an 87. A win rate here will guarantee a top 5 bid for one of these schools. And we are off to the races with a Clemson field goal lead. Make that back-to-back field goals, but Oklahoma State takes a 1-point lead now. We got a low-scoring defensive battle. 3 field goals now for the Tigers, but the field goals aren't going to cut it. All right, it's a 1-point game here in the 4th quarter. We got a tight one that we're gonna have to resume. Here we go, people. They need it. Wide open. Touchdown, and that might be it. What a clutch team. I tell you what, this is a bit of a Cinderella story here. And that'll all but do it. 33-25 your final score. And now officially all the orange on the map are the Cowboys. Dang, here we go. This is what we're left with. Kind of crazy to think of. We're down to our top 5 teams, and here is another first timer. Notre Dame has no other choice but to take on Iowa. Will they find a way to slide in and steal it all? Notre Dame is a heavy favorite here in this one. It's not stopping the Hawkeyes from getting up early, though. Scratch that. We got a couple lead changes here, and Notre Dame is now doubling up Iowa. We're going to be headed here into the 4th quarter pretty quickly. 7-point game, make that 10. Oh, it's just not going to be enough. And that is a Fighting Irish 17-point win. Take a look at what they have just acquired for this somewhat seamless victory. Take a look. Here is your final 4. There's not going to be much more escaping for any of these squads. Oklahoma State, here we go again. Can they continue the madness? I mean, that's got to be Notre Dame. Somebody's about to have a huge chunk of property. I got to be real with you. I think I'm rooting for the Cowboys for the rest of this tournament. Guys, seriously, if you've been enjoying this and you want more, just hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. That'll let me know we should come out with another one of these. All right, let's see if the upset can happen yet again. And Oklahoma State remains hot. Their candle is lit right now. Now it's tied. Notre Dame has just taken over this game. They're winning by 10 now. Make that 13. Oh boy, it's a close one. This is all but over. No, it's so sad. What a run for the Cowboys. Notre Dame, the new team in complete command. And no matter what here, Alabama will be in the game right before the championship. It's just a matter of who are they gonna play. It's USC. Number 6 versus number 25. Alabama's gonna have to go 89 yards their first drive. Starting it off pretty good, and they were not able to finish off that drive, keeping a low-scoring first quarter, only 3 points total. USC actually has a lead by 11 points. That's going to dwindle down just a little bit here, but Alabama just can't hit the end zone. There's no shot this is happening right now. Boys, an upset is possibly in the making here. 7 points separating both of these teams, and oh dang, we got a big third down here. The Trojans aren't going to have many more of these opportunities this game. Squandered the first chance, and with only one timeout now, this is their last shot to do it. They really do need a miracle, though. A turnover would help. That's a touchdown. Alabama's going to do it. Congratulations to them. They take over the Trojans' land, and they are officially in the championship versus none other than the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. We're now going to spin the wheel to see who the home team is going to be. Of course. Look, I have to have 3 teams in here. It doesn't let me do this. Okay, let's try this again. The home team will be Notre Dame. And here it is to decide the winner of our first ever college football imperialism. On the left, the Alabama Crimson Tide coming in at a 93 overall, 6th ranked team in the country. Your home team and the leader of most of the land here, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, a 90 overall themselves and a stud defense. I'll leave it up to you to decide whether or not either of these teams deserve to be here, but regardless, this is it. Let's hope that we have a good game here on our hands, and it might not be. 17-0. It's now a 10-point game, and Alabama quickly gets back and scores 21 points unanswered. A bunch of lead changes here. Tied. Uh-oh, we're here in the 4th quarter. It's a 10-point game. Alabama needs a score. They do. Can they get a stop on Notre Dame? It looks like they are. Oh, they got a field goal. This is your championship game, and we got a heater on our hands. 3rd down and 4. Alabama gets a stop. I can't believe Notre Dame didn't decide to throw that football there. Alabama didn't have a single timeout either, and we're going to have a punt. And we're going to have about 65 yards, give or take. Who do you guys got? Who would you rather be in this scenario? I don't know. Maybe Notre Dame, but the offenses have been so tight. We just can't forget that a touchdown is needed. The pulse is going wild. All day to throw. Wide open receiver. 5 is inside the 15 and out of bounds. I'm sorry. I don't know players' names yet. Okay, bear with me. Now, you want to score, but you want to make sure you don't do it too quickly. Off the mitts. It was a freebie, and they didn't get it. We got to get to work here in the red zone. Gonna roll out a little bit, opening up a guy. Not a first down. No timeouts. You can't really spike this because it'll be 4th down. Oh, this is crazy. I hate how this clock is ticking right now and nothing's happening. They're definitely not spiking this, right? That would be crazy. That is crazy. I'm gonna puke. I'm not even rooting for either of these teams necessarily, but that is just so dumb. 6 yards away. I don't know who I'd rather be here. Boys, this is college football 25 imperialism. It's a catch and he's not in. What a rope he threw that ball in. I don't know. His foot might have been out. I really don't know. There's no way you could run this football here, right? Just not worth the risk. A toss. Incomplete. What great defense. And here we go on 2nd and goal. The running back wide open. Nearly picked off. There's still 1 second on the clock. Ain't no way, boys. Come on. Hear me out. We've done so many imperialisms. This is by far the most wild. Just overall, 5 wide running back. Coming to the backfield. A little trickeration. Guys wide open. Defense wins championships. What an incredible defensive stand there in the goal line. That was one to remember. Your champions, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. You know, it kind of looks like someone threw up. We're gonna end it here. You're the best. God bless. Don't forget to keep it first. I'm your boy Pizza. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.